Pastor Steve here. Turn to Philippians chapter 3, verses 4 and 5 this morning. He says, though I might have confidence in the flesh, if any other man thinks he has whereof he might trust in the flesh, I more. Circumcised the 8th day of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, and Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law, a Pharisee. So his boast was in his birthright and his lineage. He said, look, humanly speaking, baby, I won the human DNA pool. Ethnic pride, most people have it, and we must never, however, let it get in the way of ministering to everybody. As Christians, we can get divided over it if we're not careful. I like how C.S. Lewis put it in the story of Caspian. Caspian wanted to be the leader of Narnia, but you had to be human. He said, I'm human? He said, oh, you come of the Lord Adam and the Lady Eve, said Aslan. And that is both honor enough to erect the head of the poorest beggar and shame enough to bow the shoulders of the greatest emperor on earth. Be content. So be grateful for your forebears. Be proud of your ethnicity, but don't make it a point of division. Make it a point of inclusion. Look on the larger brotherhood of humanity. Paul was called, as a Jew, to minister to the Gentiles. That word Gentiles is the Greek word ethnos, the nations. He was called to go across ethnic borders to minister. He was called to see all as needing the gospel of Jesus Christ. So it harks back to that, don't look every man on their own things, but every man also on the things of others that he talked about earlier. And the Great Commission, where we're to go into all the world with the gospel. Billy Graham said, I've had the privilege of preaching the gospel on every continent, in most of the countries of the world, and I have found that when I present the simple message of Jesus Christ and him crucified with authority, quoting as the authority of my word of God, he takes the message and drives it supernaturally into human hearts. A missionary is one who never gets used to the sound of humanity's footsteps on the way to a Christless eternity, someone has said. You ponder that. Pastor Steve.